Mobile games news moves fast, but not quite as fast as this guy. Sonic has been racing through a slew of games and dropping collaborations as he goes. We'll be catching up with him and analysing Sega's strategies later, plus the lowdown on one of the hottest trends on iOS right now: hybridization. This is Mobile Games Insider, the place to understand the stories shaping mobile every month. Brought to you by Vungel's Game Refinery. Roll the first title. Cast your mind back to 2015 when Riot Games said League of Legends would never work on mobile. How far we've come. Because Riot has just whipped the cloak off a new feature that only mobile players will enjoy. This is a first. The PC version has never had the relationship system that's just been introduced to Wild Rift, called Close Friends, which rewards players for repeatedly playing together. The more you play alongside someone, the more friendship points you both earn, and once you've racked up enough, you become close friends. Reaching this stage has some big perks, like being able to use champions your close friend has unlocked. This type of feature is fairly common on mobile games in the East, particularly in China. It's a clever little system that smartly encourages player bonds to maximise retention, and releasing it on mobile only shows how distinct Riot's strategies are for its PC and mobile platforms. There's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Time and time again, Genshin Impact's events break the mold while the rest of the market churns out repeatable formats. This time, Genshin launched its Midsummer Island adventure event that took players to a new limited-time archipelago. Never before has Genshin introduced an area designed to disappear soon, and it even included a boat as a fresh travel option, which we've never seen in the game before. The developers balanced this innovation with a familiar event structure where players first completed fully voiced narrative quests, before opening up special challenges. Of course, there are many other summer events happening at the moment, like the Dragon Boat festivities rocking Chinese mobile games. While these events usually consist of some gifts, gachas, and perhaps a limited game modes, Genshin continues to go further. Happy birthday to Sonic, who is 30 this year, and to celebrate, Sega has collaborated with several mobile games. In Ulala Idol Adventure, for instance, players enjoyed an endless runner PvE mode, while characters from the Sonic universe also recently popped up in Hokuto no Ken and even Minecraft, where players ran around collecting the blockiest rings you've ever laid eyes on. Last episode, we talked about the strategic importance of brand collaborations to build audience engagement, retention, and revenue. This is a great case study of how licensing an IP to multiple games builds hype. On March 16th, 2007, a game called Puzzle Quest landed on the PSP. It did the smart thing of combining two popular things to make one fresh product: match-3 gameplay with a central RPG mechanic. And like pop song mashups or the humble peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it went down a treat. The series now spans 8 games and multiple platforms, and Puzzle Quest is one of the most popular hybrid games that the Game Refinery analysts know of, a term they've coined to describe games that blend genres together to create a fresh new experience. So hybridization is nothing new, but what is interesting is how in recent months the iOS market has seen an explosion in these kinds of hybrid games. And we're talking globally, mainly in China, but also in the US. So why is that? Well, there are a few reasons, but a big one is Apple's seismic decision to make IDFA opt-in from iOS 14.5 onwards. IDFA is otherwise known as the identifier for advertisers, and like it says on the tin, it used to run in the background on iOS phones and send data from whatever apps and websites the user visited to companies. With Apple now giving users the choice of whether they are tracked or not, the number of players accepting IDFA has plummeted to about 15%. This means that user acquisition managers within the big publishers are now no longer able to use in-app tracking to identify high-spending whales. iOS 14.5 has hit the 4X and casual casino genres particularly hard. So it's no coincidence that as hybrid games development explodes, it's those games with high spenders that are pumping them out quickest to broaden their offering and bring in new player types and revenues. A quick recap. Our analysts define the 4X genre as hardcore strategy games which focus on exploring, expanding, exploiting, and exterminating, aka the 4 things that make up the 4X. Recent 4X hybrid games include Puzzles and Survival, which combines 4X strategy with heavy RPG elements and a match 3 mechanic, and also State of Survival Walking Dead, where 4X strategy blends with hero collection and line defense so players can upgrade RPG heroes and use them to fight through PvE modes. There are plenty more, and as mobile games creators search for new ways to monetize, hybridization is a great way to widen player pools because blending genres to create fresh gameplay lowers the barrier for entry. As game refinery analyst Erno Kieski puts it, hybridization naturally brings variety for player engagement, but also possibilities for more diverse monetization. It will be fascinating to see how this trend develops in the coming months, so stay tuned as our analysts will continue to keep track of it. That's it for this month, but for the hottest analysis of mobile gaming straight from our analysts' ovens, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode of Mobile Games Insider.